10, it should have just been a mass group of reports and bans. The fact that this, oh my god, why is he trending? Crime he didn't commit. Okay. Oh, this is. Let me finish this video. I really want to finish this video. Well, genetically speaking, the more genetically diverse a couple is, the stronger the offspring would be because the child adjusts immunities from different parts of the world as opposed to a child whose parents are more genetically rated, which will, like, yes. Also, um, not only are you more like genetically diverse and let's here's another like big plus, right? And not to say kids of single race families aren't just beautiful, but mixed race kids are fucking gorgeous, bro. They are gorgeous. Why are they so beautiful? I don't get it. They're super cute. Look at this cute kid. She is cute as fuck. Look at the eyes on this kid. Like who who could? I think the reason why they're so beautiful is because it looks something new as opposed to what you're used to. That could be it too. That could be it too. Because we don't have, I mean, starting from, nationalist identities where Germans are German, they live in Germany, Africans are African, they live in Africa. I know I just said an entire continent, but like say like Ghanaians or um South Africans, or like say Americans. America is a different situation. Let's say India or people from China. You're gonna think Chinese people. When you mix them, say Asian and black, you get Blasian. You don't see a lot of Blasian people. They're not an identity in a country somewhere. Take for example the best soccer players: Neymar and Mbappe, all mixed from black and white parents. Look at Mbappe's running speed records as one example. Um, yeah, that too. That too. I really don't. I used to be so into soccer, and then I dropped off around the time America almost won the the World Cup. I'm an idiot. There was once upon a time. I think that was like 2012. So I fell off after that. But I used to love Chelsea so much, and now I don't even watch soccer anymore. Um, you don't call it football, Maria? I know basic Americans call it soccer. All right, I really want to finish this though. Bringing this up is because similar posts such as those on Twitter, which to imply that mixing is a bad thing. Yeah, but they have an agenda, and their agenda is to make people of other races look as bad as possible, whether that be black people, Asian people, uh, Jews. They're trying to make minorities seem horrible. So, because perpetuate it pushes uh it pushes their agenda of um white supremacy, um uh white people whites identity and keeping into that identity. Mixing races is like going against their identity and what they want to, I mean their agenda and what they want um for the white race. um But you know what's funny? You know what's funny? As much as they want to say Nate Higgers or all that nonsense, um, they um love Asian women. They love Asian women. Love them so fucking much. So they like these white supremacist groups will talk it's like so much about keeping everything pure and keeping your race pure, but uh Getting mad over word when they hear soccer. I say soccer because I don't really care how the Europeans feel. Or getting mad over word. Yeah. What race has the highest marriage weight? Okay, this is not what I was looking for. Odds favor white men, Asian women on dating app. Some 40% of Asian female newlyweds marry outside their race, compared with 20% of Asian male newlyweds. Um, I wanted to see the statistics. I don't want to care who earned more. I wanted to know about dating statistics. I don't know why it's showing me uh black men are married to white women and vice versa, and there are more white men married to Asian women and vice versa. Uh I wanted to see the actual figures. I wanted to see it overall, but I guess we just see it this way. This is based on, why is it so small? Female faces rated by males. Male faces rated by females. 3 and 6. I don't know why it's white women married to black women married. Okay. Asian women married to. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Predicted attractiveness of women. I I the top is black actually. Wait. I didn't know that. Or is this what black men want? I can't tell cuz this chart is retarded. The only thing I'm personally conservative about is religion. I don't want to point any particular religion because I don't want for Twitch to ban me, but it's pretty much one which is pretty homophobic and pretty restrictive of over other things. Why would Twitch ban you? I mean, you could also hop in the Discord and just put it in the chat. Oop, oop, wait. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Where is it? Oh wow, these are dope. These are dope. All right, I'll look at that in a second. Okay, back to it. I don't know. These are pretty sensitive about this stuff. You never know. I've already been banned over some petty thing before.
And
On
as
Twitch?
caste is this concept called jadi, which is your clan, it's your lineage. Brahmins
I mean, like I
are
said,
the
Maria, hop in the
priests,
Discord.
So
and I want to
they're
know what
the
religion
ones that
you are.
were
I'm
supposed to
curious.
be like the ones that monopolized
Is it
education.
Islam?
The Kshatriyas, their historic job is like kings and warriors. Vaishyas
Or
are the
trying to think.
merchants, exactly. They're merchants. And Shudras are the laborers.
This is pretty homophobic.
Right? And then what we call Dalits, that used to be untouchables, right?
No.
They're not actually part of this caste system. They're completely outside of it.
Right.
They're completely outside of it. They're marginalized from this entirely. Their responsibility was to like clean the house, do day labor stuff, right? But Dalits would not even be allowed in the premises. They would not even be allowed near the complex. And it gets crazier because there's a concept of untouchability, but there's an even more extreme version of that called unseeability, which is the concept of there are people considered to be so impure that you can't even look at them. You can't even look at them. So they're only allowed to come out at night. They're only allowed to do their daily business at night. That's how impure they're considered to be. Oftentimes, people that come from lower castes tend to have darker skin.
Is India's worst
Thank
job.
you, bro.
These men
Bro.
spend hours a day.
The funny thing is, I have heard of that, but the funny thing is, it's not just India. It's not just India. It's uh, it happens in Haiti too. Um, it happens in a lot of Caribbean countries. Nigeria, look at this. Why? It happens in Caribbean countries. It happens in African countries. Obviously, with Nigeria, 77% of women in Nigeria use skin lightening products, the world's highest percentage. Lord of mercy. I thought they was gonna have since they said the most was in Nigeria. I was assuming they were gonna have the rest. But it's like an epidemic where they want to have like lighter skin. Same thing with Asian nations too, though. Like China and Japan, they think lighter skin is sexier and beautiful, whereas darker skin is ugly and nasty. Look, a Haitian household, light skinned women, a Haitian obsession with other young men bleach their skin to get closer to the light skin ideal. Skin bleaching in Caribbean and beyond. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But then in Greece and Bulgaria, there's this trend where we are pressured to look darker because it's the opposite for us. Darker skin is considered sexier from an early age. Your parents force you to tan. There's literally a slur. White as a feta. Oh, like feta cheese? I mean, yeah, feta cheese, right? Um, because white is not considered nice in in our region. Really? So like, sexy over there would be like it would be like the typical like Sicilian. Oh, this is not what I was looking for. Like almost like this. I'll show you one Bulgarian single tan herself till she was unrecognizable. Jesus. So like this. Oop. Not didn't want to go to a video. Or like this. You know what's funny? Are Sicilians mixed with Arab or black? Why are we so tan with curly hair and some white? I I don't know why that question is just so funny to me. I think Sicilians are beautiful people, but I didn't know people were trying to get darker. That's weird. That's weird. But then they do it. They also do the same thing here in America. Um, Maria, white Americans will tan the hell out of their skin to get darker. Like look at like this. They look like this. Orange. Like Trump. Orange. I mean, some people take it too far. Like you can see hold on. I don't want to go to that man. That's Lucy Liu. What the hell? Why are they showing dogs? Like this. Tanning addict. Like I feel like people just want to be I feel like people just want to be what they're not. So like if you're lighter skinned, you want to be dark because you think that's beautiful. Whereas if you're dark, you want to be lighter skinned because you think that's beautiful. Everyone just want to be what they're not. I mean, if you like this though, I mean, I think this is beautiful too. But I guarantee, why don't tan white people look white? Because they're tan. What the fuck kind of question is that? Um, I bet maybe not her specifically, but I bet people that look like her think, oh well, let me try to be darker because that's beautiful. Well, I don't know why they're showing dogs. It's weird. Um, but I still to this day keep tanning during the summer because of the stereotype. This is why I was shocked to find out that in other parts of the world, white is considered nice. I guess grass is greener. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Grass is greener on the other side. Um, and also keep in mind these people that are bleaching their skin and tanning, they're living in areas where that's all you see. So like the people that bleach their skin, they're living in like um um Dominican Republic or Haiti or Africa where the demographics are mostly darker skinned people. Um and also as speaking as a black American, growing up, the people who were most like sought after were people with lighter skin tones, even if they were black. So more like this. She is like, hold on, you can't even see. She would be like a 10 and everyone would be going after her just because she's like a red bone light skin. Whereas a girl like, I don't want to say Zendaya because she like a girl like her would be like normal, average, whatever. But if you seen her walking down the street, the girl I just had on the screen, her going down the street, you like, oh my god, she's beautiful just because she has lighter skin. Same thing with like, why can I not type? Same thing with um oof, that's not a good look. Okay. Same I'm trying to find a good picture. Um I guess this girl, I guess. Like if you constantly see girls that are like this, then when you see a girl like this, you're gonna be like, oh my god, she's like bronze and golden. She's just beautiful. Even though I think this is fine. Like this is beautiful too. You need to just, oh my god. Um People need to just be like happy in their own skin because then you get to like stuff like this. Like, bro, what are you doing? You're like, what are you doing? Or stuff like this. Like, you're not even white anymore. Like, if I seen you down the street, I would think you were black or Egyptian. She looked like an Egyptian. She looked like Cleopatra. I don't even know if you can see it. Like, bro, look at the transformation. Look at the transformation. She looks like I don't want to assume like maybe she could be Spanish. I want to say Syrian, like someone like Turkish or something. But here she looks, I want to say black. She looked black. Same thing with this girl. She looked black. Edges all like, bro, what? Oh my god, this is too far though. She literally looks Egyptian. Like that's crazy. Okay, let me go back to the video. Come on. Come. There we go.
Tend to have
Bro.
darker skin.
Is India's worst job. These men spend hours a day in India's dirtiest river looking for gold, coins, and any other materials that may have dropped from the dead bodies. That's right,
What dead bodies?
The river Ganges is a holy place, and many Hindus believe in dipping the dead bodies of relatives for good luck. Because of this, a lot of jewelry often falls into the Ganges, and these men will spend hours looking for it. These men will make an average of $2 per day on a really good day.
I once assumed that ethnic minorities would instinctively desire cultural exchange and would automatically want solidarity in order to collectively protect ourselves from white supremacy. but I'm constantly proven wrong. Disenfranchised communities in the United States are all about putting us first. And honestly, I get it. Immigrant groups in particular need to develop themselves and create a foothold in their societies as a shelter from forced violent assimilation into whiteness. But there's a bit of a dichotomy here, that we're all conditioned to view other minority groups as competition. The Asian American community is particularly susceptible to being used as pawns by white supremacists to maintain the current social stratosphere, which is something we've seen most recently through the affirmative action opposition. When studies and insiders only confessed afterwards that many applicants excelled academically but didn't have a captivating enough essay, extracurriculars, or just their personality. Yes, there's limited resources, but it's not the fault of the Black community. This is a great time to pivot to Vijay Shokal Ingram, Mindy Kaling's brother. And yet again, for those of you who don't know who Mindy is, you may recognize her face as a decorated actress, writer, and producer. She's known for The Office, The Mindy Kaling Project, and most recently, Velma. And she's also been heavily criticized for her continuous colorist comments and her self-insert writing style, which tends to focus on desi women who only date white men.
Wait, you asked Mindy Kaling to stop pairing the embarrassed to be Indian woman with the goofy, self-centered, below average white guy. I mean,
white men. With this in mind, then it should come as no surprise that Vijay chronicled how he pretended to be a Black man just to get accepted into medical school.
He pretended to be Black, bro. Like, he shaved his whole head and, like, tried to get into medical school by being Black. In the present time, he calls himself a resume writer, and I think he says he's a consultant for students applying to grad school. Like, the audacity of you. When you realize that your skin wasn't white enough because you are looking forward to the privilege of whiteness because you thought being in the Ku Klux Kappas, that fraternity you were in, we believe that by being adjacent to whiteness and cozying up to whiteness, it will allow us to have the freedom to be incompetent. So that's what I think he was expecting, right? By being in the fraternity and socializing with these white guys, he can be mediocre. He gets there and he realizes, wait a minute, I'm an Indian man. Hold on, you mean to tell me I'm brown all this time?
After graduating college in 1998, he realized that his mediocrity and fraternity connections with other presumably white mediocre men weren't enough to grant him admittance, writing, "I shaved my head, trimmed my long Indian eyelashes, and applied to medical school as a Black man.
Can you
My change in appearance was so startling that my own fraternity brothers didn't recognize me."
What the fuck? Can you do that? Literally go on my application, I am Black.
Who wants some light?
And they're okay with that. And then after, I'm assuming after it's gonna come out, oh no, he was actually Indian. Can they revoke your degree? I don't know.
Now, not only did he alter his appearance, but he infiltrated an organization for Black students and went by his middle name, Jojo, who now describes his job as being a professional resume writer, interview coach, and graduate school application consultant. Now, of course, Vijay didn't stop for a minute to use all of his brain cells and think about the drawbacks of Blackness and what it means to really be a Black man in a white supremacist world in the late 90s. He said that cops harassed me, store clerks accused me of shoplifting, women were either scared of me or couldn't keep their hands off of me. What started as a devious ploy to gain admission to medical school turned into a twisted social experiment. Similarly to the most recent model minority moment.
This is the Bulgarian singer I was telling you about. Hold on. Oh, wow. Why though? I think she was fine the way she was. Now uh she looked like she looked like she's made out of brass. She looked like bronze. She like a bust. That's crazy. People go way too far with this stuff. But I feel like, I mean, as somebody that like because dark is considered sexy in our region, I feel like she went, and maybe it's the picture too, because this one looked like it's from 1962 on Epstein's Island, and this one looks like it was professionally done for a modeling shoot. I'd say she went. This is a downgrade. Like she went from a I'd say like a 9, 8 to, it could be the picture too, but I she looked like she went down, 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 down. I'm gonna start getting all these ads for like Sicily and going to Sicily. Take a trip to Italy. Even I was naturally white when I was a kid, but due to social pressure and the constant tanning, you become darker over time. Oh, you tanned a lot too, huh? I was not. Isn't it also like dangerous for your skin? Like how many times have, if you could add up all the times you tanned in your life, how many times would that be? Like 10 times? You become darker over time too, which is crazy. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to finish this video because I'm gonna have to go in a bit. 2:05.
From the Asian Canadian student who was the face of the repeal race-based affirmative action hate train, Mindy's brother had hoped to saliently prove the fallacy of the policy. But instead, he ended up making a complete jackass himself. And just like that kid, he hasn't learned his lesson. Instead, he's using his cognitive dissonance to say that he did what he did because affirmative action destroys the dreams of millions of Indian, Asian, and white American applicants for employment and higher education. His opinion
Your skin
is one
turns
of
purple?
many
No
who all
shot.
believe that affirmative action
No shot. You're making that up. There's no way. What the fuck? Oh, you mean like this? Like you get solar purpura. Not this. You must be talking about this. Cause I don't see no purple really. Unless you meant, well, I know that's the from the bed. Have you gotten to purple? You said I've been there. Have you been purple before? That is loud. Holy shit. Like this? Back in fifth grade? You were tanning in fifth grade? There's no shot. Hold on. Oh, you mean like, oh, okay, okay. You mean like you burnt so bad, like you like you so red, it's like past red to like past pink is like purple. I see what you're saying. That's crazy though. I don't mean to laugh at this, but in fifth grade you were doing it? Come on, Maria. No, that's not it. That's not it. I thought you meant this. This is This isn't purple though. This is like race changing. Like she's black now. She's black now. Oh my god. I'm glad my safe search came on. I don't know why it came on, but I'm glad it did. Well, this is the after results. But a freshly burnt skin that was rushed. Okay. So how long do you sit in the tanning bed? 'Cause I know people like sleep in there, right? I'm glad I'm black. I'm so glad I'm black. I don't have to worry about none of that. I'm just naturally bronze and just I feel like I have good skin. But I feel like everyone has good skin. It's just your skin. As long as you don't have like crazy acne or like scarring and shit like that. Turns like in the screenshot. Greece is full of beaches. You have plenty of spots to sunbathe and tan. Oh, okay. So you do it like the natural way. I'm thinking more like uh tanning bed, like type tanning. That makes more sense. I'm an idiot, so excuse me. I'm an idiot, so that makes way more sense. Um, that's crazy. Oh wait, let me get back to this. I'm definitely gonna have to come back and finish the video though. Almost done with it, but I'm not gonna be able to. I'm pretty sure.
His opinion is one of many who all believe that affirmative action perpetuates harmful stereotypes about the academic and professional abilities of Black and Latinos who shouldn't need special assistance in order to compete with the other minority groups. And there it is. The belief that you, as a dark-skinned Indian named Vijay Shokal Ingram, would by some means be a contributory member of white society just because you joined the Ku Klux Kappas in university. A spokesperson from St. Louis University rejected his claim by informing the Huffington Post that race never
I would have been
factored
paranoid
into his
too.
admission. His MCAT scores and science grade point average met SLU's criteria
whole
for admission at that time,
family does
and his
the,
race or
the tanning thing.
ethnicity did not factor into
Or
his
no?
acceptance into university.
You know, I've like met Indian folks that like
How old are you,
talk to me,
Maria?
like pull me aside about, and these are like adults who like talk to me about how like, oh, like we as Indian people, you know, like worked harder than these other groups, like these, you know, like black people that you know didn't work as hard and like, but we worked harder to get to where it just shows that it's just work. It's just hard work, and that's the myth.
Oh,
Like that's
okay.
what it is. That's
Mid-20s,
the myth.
okay.
Oh, it's like, do I have an advantage because I'm Asian? Like, am I smarter? Am I like, you know, all these things? No, I'm.
It's oh Lord. What are these ads?
No, I'm not. Jesus Christ, no, I'm not at all. And that was something that like internalized in myself of like, damn, I'm not as smart as these
What do you
other
do for
Indian
work?
kids.
I'm
I'm not a
curious.
real Indian, you know, like I'm not.
Maria.
And you know, like that's not true. I just had like really bad
Yes, this is an interrogation.
ADHD. I just didn't. I died. You know,
I
the
need this
majority
information.
of minorities that come to America, the ones that are able to do it are obviously going to be the ones that are more hardworking because they're willing to come from their home country to America. Like that journey itself. My grandpa like moved
He looked
here.
like
He moved to
Justin
Miami
Bieber.
on his own at first. Lived here on his own for 3 years. And then moved and then sent like money back home to India. That's why they're able to be so successful.
The last name Sharma.
Mhm.
You probably already know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I do.
I had an Indian roommate. He was Punjabi, and another one that was Gujarati. His name was Shah.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, no, you didn't have to, okay, you didn't, like, just say Shah, that's enough. Like, I already figured, okay, I already know. Done. Shah Patel, okay, easy.
Hold on. First of all, Maria, you are not stupid. Law is a tough ass field. super tough, and it's also super saturated. There's lawyers probably like, I mean, especially if you go to like main cities, there's lawyers everywhere, especially every like in every university, they're everywhere. You graduated with your bachelor's in law because I'm sure you could have got a either apprenticeship or um a job in some law office and probably make more than a waitress does. Then again, I don't know how much a waitress makes in in Italy, but you're not dumb at all.
Easy done.
If anything, you
Agnihotri,
spent too much
Sharma, these
time
are caste
in
names. These are
the
the names of castes.
tanning
You've
booths
probably heard of
and
people
not
named
enough
Sharma,
time, folks.
Patel, Menon, so on and so forth. Those are caste names.
You can only
Those are the
graduate with a
names of
master's degree,
castes,
bachelor's, not a
stereotypically
valid
associated
law
with
degree in our
castes.
region.
You'll have people
Man.
that will literally wear their caste names, Ayers, Iyengar, so on and so forth, as their last name. But then you'll have an entire subsection of
You
India
have a
for which
bachelor's in
their
law.
caste name is a slur. Like the
Did I say
name of their
bachelor's?
caste
You
is
have
a
a
slur.
master's.
You
in
caught
law.
me. You caught me.
The Indian folks and the Asian folks that are able to immigrate from Asia to the United States.
Cause hell, even if you like gathered information for cases and stuff like that, that would be huge, which is a valid career in itself, which you could get with a law degree, I'm
Are
sure.
the ones that a lot of people are interacting with and getting this understanding of anti-blackness or just like the way Indianness is. Like we're getting that from the Indian immigrants, like Indian Americans, when they are not representative fully of the Indian subcontinent. The average person that is able to immigrate from India to the United States also is an Indian person of a lot more means. And also, like, understanding how the caste works, like, probably of a higher caste that is able to even get access to means. Like, I also understand, like, your grandfather, like, would have worked extremely hard to get to the United States. But I would assume also that, like, his caste, like, and his station in the interpolitics of India also helped him.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You ain't gonna find that many Shudras.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Are the Indian Americans perpetuating a perspective of not only like how Indians feel about other races like black people, but also like how they feel about themselves, like your Mindy Kalings and whatnot? Like, are they perpetuating a perspective of Indianness that might not even be Indianness in its own? And like, is that then obscuring what is an Indian?
If you get a chance to look at any international students, if you ask their social location, they are from these majorly Brahmin classes because they have a strong social capital and the cultural capital to have this one. With the social capital and the cultural capital, they have access to an economic capital.
So with like the affirmative action debacle that occurred, right, with that Canadian Asian student, but the complaint of people in the Asian community and like using Black people as a reason as to why they're not getting into school or getting accepted to these first-rate universities, instead of blaming the legacy and like, you know, they're not partial to students of color already. They go toward the Black students because we're assumed to be less intelligent. People are aware of the barriers that Black students face.
I feel like, and I'm just making a bunch of assumptions in my head, regardless of anything, I wouldn't let it kill your passion. And even if you just got to take the baby steps, like something small here or there, just so you wouldn't have wasted your time, right? Because you got this degree, you went to school, I'm sure you worked your ass off. You got this degree only to not work in your field, and I know that sucks. And I don't know the situation in Italy, so I could just take your word for it, but I feel like there has to be something what you could do in the field, right? Something. I don't know. I'm just assuming, but I wouldn't let it kill your passion Because if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Just think about it like this: you're young. I'm young too, so it's funny for me to say this. Um, but you're young and you have your whole life ahead of you. So what you don't want to do is look back and go, I should have just taken that step. Or let's say in 2 years or a year, 3 years, 5 years, you actually do go and work in like a law office, even just preparing information and case information for another lawyer, or an actual lawyer. You're gonna go, man, I should have done this 5 years ago. I don't know what I was waiting for. Try to make things work out in Italy, yeah. I mean, if that's also where you want to be, then I think you just gotta, just say fuck it and just take that first step. Um, Also, I have like as shitty as that is, I have to get dressed and I have to go. I'm gonna be back, Maria. Make sure, if anything, I mean, I would say give me a follow, but you don't have to. Um, but regardless, I would say to where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hop into Discord so we could chat some more, even if you don't follow. The way I felt back home was picture, for example, you cast in a movie, but everyone else from the cast is super hard to work with, that you start to lose ambition. But fuck them, bro. Fuck them. It's hard to work with anyone in this world because everyone's just ambitious and or just looking out for themselves. But fuck them. Like, even if you gotta look out for yourself. Sure thing. I'll bookmark the link. I'll join later. Okay. All right, but I actually have to go. But I would love to talk again. Maybe throw a follow. But it regardless, I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna hop back on later anyway. So I could finish this and post it on YouTube. All right. I will see you later. Cancel that.